Kinds of fun facts.
Fun facts right here. This segment is sponsored by Trey, Harrell Law. It's another edition of Trey Helps. Attorney Trey Harrell joins us with much more. Good to see you, my friend.
See you too. Yeah, I don't want to get ink on you. Look at that.
What'd you do?
My pen exploded.
No.
I guess I'm just working so hard, signing checks for client. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, pen exploded. It's crazy.
That was a good segue.
Yeah.
Into
You like
it
that?
Anyway.
Just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start off with some really good questions. Yeah. What's something people often forget to do at the scene of an accident that can hurt their case later?
Yeah. Well, they all do. They forget to take photos.
Yes.
Right? You will take a selfie in a bar and make a bad decision and post it, but you won't take a bunch of pictures after a car accident. I don't get it. I don't understand that. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're hurt and the ambulance is there or whatnot, you can't take pictures, and that's understandable. But if you're able to walk around after you've checked to make sure you're okay, take all the pictures, all of them. The lawyer will decide what's necessary, not you. You just take as many as you can. Street signs, damage to the vehicles, around the scene, that's what we got the phones for.
You can't take too many pictures.
Can't take too many pictures.
You can't take too.
Yeah.
And you just touched on a couple of things that goes into this next question. You talk about if you're okay and your car's all banged up and everything, and you're starting to take these pictures and so forth, should you call a lawyer then, or should you wait a little bit later?
Yeah, I think that honestly, the sooner you can call the lawyer, the better. But let's be very clear. I'm not saying if your airbag hadn't deflated yet, your first call should be a lawyer, right? You got to make sure you're okay. Yeah. You've got to make sure the other person is okay.
Sure.
Don't be a jerk. Make sure the other person's okay.
Sure.
Don't say I'm sorry or my bad, but still make sure they're okay.
Right.
And then snap some pictures. And then once all that's calmed down, then you can call a lawyer. Once you've been given the police report, you can call the lawyer on that part.
That now leads into another question.
I'm just giving you segue after segue.
Let's talk about the police report.
Yeah.
What is the significance and how critical is the police report actually play in the insurance claim? And I would imagine a good bit.
Yeah, the police report is very, very important because it keeps people honest, right? Yeah. It holds to what was said at the scene or what's set up to kind of make sure the story rings true. What's interesting, and a lot of people don't know this, is there are 2 police reports in South Carolina. You get an FR10 at the scene, which is a 1-page, has insurance information, who's marked at fault and whatnot. And then after you turn that into your insurance company or whatnot, the law enforcement officer goes back to the station and writes up a full accident report that's multiple pages. That is great, and that's what we go get. So the police report you get is 1 page, has basic information, who's at fault, whatnot. That gives the lawyer the perfect opportunity to then go get all the other information while you're focusing on getting better.
Does the police officer always know at the scene of the crime whose fault it was?
Typically, yes, because it's a rear end or it's somebody who's run a red light, T-bone or something, and you can determine that from there. There are times where they'll put both are at fault or nobody's at fault, and you have to sort that out later on. But it typically is determined at the scene by law enforcement who's been trained to do that determination. Yeah,
let's talk about insurance companies. How can you determine, or do you know when an insurance company might be lowballing your settlement?
Yeah, the easiest way is when they come at you quick.
Come at you quick, so sign here.
Sign here, real quick. Or when they are trying to buddy and being nice to you, not taking all things into consideration. Right. It's just one of those things. And remember, insurance companies are not terrible, awful people. It's not Darth Vader like the last guy we just had on. Yeah. But it is. They're a company that has a fiduciary duty to their shareholders. If you have a progressive policy, they have a duty to you. If you don't have a progressive policy, they don't have a duty to you. If you own progressive stock, they have more of a duty to you than if you don't have a progressive policy.
Let's talk about, because we've never really talked about that, progressive policies, progressive insurance policies.
Yeah, insurance company progressive.
Okay, insurance, what's the difference between a progressive policy and one that is not?
Oh, when we're talking about progressive policies, what I was talking about is, flow. The insurance company, Progressive.
Oh, that Progressive.
That Progressive. Okay, I realized after I'd said it, there's not a progressive or a conservative policy. Okay, insurance companies want to take money from all sides of the political spectrum, right? No, I'm just kidding. But it's one of those things that when an insurance company is out and about and trying to pay the individual less money, it's not because they're bad or evil. Yeah. It's because they have a duty to their shareholders. Companies like Progressive or Geico are publicly traded. right?
Okay.
And so they have a duty to their shareholders, not to the guy who's injured in an accident.
I see.
Yeah, or hit by somebody with a progressive policy.
Yeah, I understand that. Yes, a lot of things that are going on with the insurance policies, and with accidents, and emotions play a big part.
Yeah.
You know, you get into an accident, you're all nervous and everything. Your blood pressure is high, your heart rate is like going sky high right now. You're not quite sure what to do. Just try to take some deep breaths, settle down, make sure that everybody is okay. If not, call an ambulance and have them come.
Yeah.
And then start taking those pictures.
Take
call
the
your
pictures.
attorney. Call the police department. You know, and it wouldn't be bad to I'm going to give you a little something.
Yeah.
Trey helps, and this is what you need to do. Boom, 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 boom. There it is.
There we go. We'll get that together.
We'll
get that together next week.
More Lowcountry Live right after this. Stay with us. That would be. I think that.